Hey guys, welcome back. I'm continuing this stuff that we have to do in the town of Razilda. So after the step from the previous episode, make sure to come back here to the inn and take a rest, and there will be a conversation between your characters. And Claire is talking about there's two things in this, town, lots of pairs, like the two pairs of flags, and, the Gajima and the humans, and there's a human mayor and a Gajima mayor. And so, the clues and the hints are in these two things. So once again, I don't know how the English patch handles this stuff, but the answer here is hata. The flags. Remember, we were collecting those two flags, and we're going to put those two flags together. And so there's the answer. You can pause the video if you need to. For that one in particular, if you keep missing it, eventually T-Tray will give you the answer. So that one's not too important, but there will be an important one coming up soon that you will have to enter in order to progress the story. And of course, if you don't speak Japanese, you'll be stuck there for all eternity. So we entered hata, which is Japanese for flag. And we're going to put the flags together. And as you can see, it looks like that symbol that we saw on the stone tablet. And in a way, this is going to be the quote-unquote map, the Razilda flag. So after that, we discussed about the flowers, because there are 4 flowers on the flag, and each of them is different, and T-Tray was wondering where he had seen these 4 flowers. And of course, here they are at the entrance to the town. So go to the entrance to the town and you'll see, the flower shop here, which was really obvious, in the beginning when you first arrive in this town. But there are 4 different kinds of flowers here. Like there's something really mysterious about these different flowers here. All these different flowers that are being sold. And once again, this is the part, I don't know how the English patch really handled this, or how you answer in English, but hana no is written there for you, and you have to enter a kisetsu, which is, season, the flower seasons, or the seasons of the flowers. In other words, there were 4 flowers on the flags, and each one of them grows in a different season: summer, winter, spring, and fall. So if you need the answer, if you're playing this game, just pause the video, and I entered it there. The answer is hana no kisetsu. Kisetsu is season. So you got the the rose and the sunflower and the other flowers. And they all, T-Tray is saying they all grow in different seasons. So, but since Vega surprised they're all real flowers, there must be a place where all 4 of these flowers grow at the same time, which is incredibly rare. And that's the spring that we're looking for. There's a spring hidden somewhere, and that spring is where all 4 of these flowers are growing. See, like I said, Razilda is kind of annoying, doing all the town stuff here. Probably my least favorite area. But go to that grandma's house, and you'll find the little girl there that was selling the flowers. And T-Tray is trying to get out of her, where those flowers are grown, or where she picked all those flowers. So she's saying, hey, if I tell you the secret, then you'll go there and pick all the flowers. So T-Tray is gonna do a magic trick for her. Made a flower appear out of nowhere. This is the T-Tray flower. And she said, I'll tell you where it is if you give me that rare flower. So T-Tray is going to give her the flower, and she's going to tell us where to pick all 4 of those flowers in the different seasons. So there's some, there's a spring area, and there's lots of different flowers over there. So she brings the flowers to the son that's in the back room because he can't leave the house. He's sick or something. And she hopes he'll be better by bringing the flowers. And T-Tray is really impressed because she doesn't have any, prejudice against Gajima or anything like that. She's just trying to help. So now we know where it is. And of course you can walk out here, to the location, but nothing will happen unless you've actually done these steps in the town. So you have to do these steps, follow the clues, get the information, and then something will happen, even though you can actually wander and walk to this location, this spring out here, and it's pretty obvious. Once you wandered around, it's, a circle with some grass in the middle with trees around it. It's pretty obvious it's kind of a spring. Hey, look, more leeches. Leeches for me. Leeches come from a can. They were put there by a man in a factory downtown. Moving to the country. The swamp. Gonna eat a lot of leeches. Moving to the swamp. Gonna eat a lot of leeches. My favorite. Yeah, that's how you finish enemies off. That's probably my favorite. I hope you guys enjoyed. Of the Hi-Ogis is Vague combined with Hilda. That one's pretty epic. Does a lot of damage. So this is the place. It's pretty obvious. It's a nice circle, and it's even labeled as a wetland spring. But like I said, if you don't do the proper steps and you come here, nothing will happen. It'll just show you. You can see all the different flowers there. You got all 4 seasons of flowers around this spring, which is pretty strange. So the darkness power, whatever it is hidden here. So in order to open the way, we have to read the poem that we got hints from in the town. The 4 parts of the poem. There were 1 part for each flower. And once again, I don't know how the English patch did this, but I'll give you the answer in the order that you need to choose them, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he'll read the poem. And a secret way will open. Which is pretty creepy, huh? But yeah, if you don't know any Japanese and you're playing this in Japanese, this, part of the game is the hardest. Without knowing Japanese, you really can't progress at all, or using a walkthrough. So we got a voice here. Those that seek, the power of darkness. So what is it that you desire by searching this? So in order to stop the hatred in all the people's hearts, we're seeking the power of these, what do you call them, spirits? Guardian spirits. That's probably the best way I can translate that. Elemental spirits, I guess, could be another way. But, he's saying, what about the same, going down the same path, even though there are two races, there's always going to be some kind of war with these two different races, arguing, fighting. So isn't it better that one of them be completely eliminated? And this spirit is the opposite. He's saying that wouldn't it be better if all Gajima were eliminated? It's like, you human girl, do you really believe that that's cruel? Because you hate Gajima, don't you? So he knows about Annie's feelings. So you're working with Georgios, or somebody that... He's thinking, the same. Teacher is always human, Gajima, it doesn't matter. We're all the same, we were all born, we're all people. So he's going to destroy this thinking of Gilgiros. So you really think humans and Gajima are the same, huh? They are the same. It's like, you'll understand if we destroy this, hatred that the Gajima have, inside of them for the humans right now, and show you how we can live together. It's like, well then, come, approach me, and take my test. Basically, you notice this is all green. This is T-Tray's test. There's kind of one of each color, and this is going to be T-Tray's test in this dungeon. And once again, it's this smoke stuff that spawns enemies. There's no random encounters, but you gotta avoid the smoke. Oh, that was easy. So yeah, once again, there's going to be some illusions for T-Tray. He's suddenly, back in his hometown, and the guardian spirit is testing him. And it's obvious we're going to have dungeons, 6 dungeons for each character, and each character is going to be tested. It's like, what are you guys doing out here, just chilling and hanging out? It's like, we have our work too. Let's go, T-Tray. He's wondering while the humans are just hanging out, but something's odd here. Good work for you to be overseers. Any problems? Everything is going well. Please keep a watch out and keep them working hard. Basically, the Gajima are slaves in this illusion that T-Tray is seeing. Who told you could take a rest? Work. Once again, we're seeing the kind of, racist themes that are in this game. But, they're talked about, which they should be, and they're addressed in the proper fashion. So once again, I don't think it's, I don't think it was a reason to not, import this game and bring it to the States. It's got some really good points and some good lessons to learn. It's like, what are you talking about? Us humans are the kings and Gajima are just our slaves. And, T-Tray's confused. These guys have strong bodies, so they're made for work. And they were made for us humans, to do work for us. That's why they're here on this earth. Of course, we humans use our heads because we're smart, and Gajima use their bodies to do the work. That's the way the world works. It's like, are you serious, sister? This is, totally, racism. It's like, no, this is natural selection, like evolution. So this is the way humans and Gajima live together. Stop it, sister. Since when did you start thinking this way? Humans and Gajima are the same people. Really? You're serious? Do you really think they are the same? So once again, this is a test for T-Tray. I don't think Annie could pass this version of the test because she, already hates Gajima. It's like, we're still here. Only T-Tray saw the vision. He's like, for sure, I was in Petnajanka just a minute ago. It's like you're seeing a dream while you were walking or something? He's pretty sure it wasn't a dream. Let's keep going. So I'm just going to run through this place. There is some areas to explore. As you keep going, there'll be another test for T-Tray. Again, I'm here. It's like, what are you doing? Stop it. It's like, we're working hard for this factory. Why are you beating us? It's like, only as humans need to think. Just do what we say. It's like, we can think just like humans, and we can do stuff just like humans. No, that's impossible. There's no meaning for you to think. Hurry up and just work. It's like, maybe you suddenly don't understand our words, huh? About you being workers, so hurry up and work. If you don't understand our words about forcing you to work. So T-Tray kicks away one of the humans. T-Tray, what are you doing? You guys are wrong. You're mistaken. We're friends. We all live in the same village. How can you do this terrible thing? You understand, right? Humans and Gajima are different. So don't be like saying all this pretty words. Like everybody's the same and equal and happiness, blah, blah, blah. What you're doing, this kind of inequality, this is a mistake. So T-Tray punches the humans. T-Tray, do you know what you're doing? Shut up. We're saved. You guys are free. Get out of here. Escape. We will. Thanks. As you said, we are different. And I'll show you what that difference is. So look forward to it. Wait a second. What do you mean? And of course, he means there's going to be some revenge for their abuse. Wait. Of course he's back. Did you see something again, T-Tray? He's wondering why he can see all this stuff. That voice. And, he's doing something to T-Tray or showing him something. Relax, T-Tray. Let's go. I think probably T-Tray is the easiest to pass the test because he's the main character that just is all about equality. He's always, spouting that, humans, Gajima, they're completely the same. There's no difference. We all live together. So we finally get to use T-Tray's force in this puzzle, which is kind of cool. His is the, green, remember, the force of trees when we fought him. So you can, drop this seed, and it grows a vine that you can climb. And you can also launch it and, grab stuff with it, like those levers. And it switches the platforms. But it's kind of cool. You can, drop a seed and grow a vine and use it as like a grappling hook kind of thing. So that's T-Tray's force ability. This puzzle's a little tricky, but, just look for the spots where, the little thing appears above his head. You can see the force cube kind of appear above his head, and those are the spots that you can do it. Because it's kind of hard to get the angle right. Let's grab all the chests. There's a weapon for T-Tray. And of course, it's gonna drop us all the way back down here. You can also grow a vine downward. There can only be one at a time, of course. But it's kind of a cool little force ability. Come on. There we go. The angles make it a little tricky to, tell where to grow. And when you win, there's a vine that goes all the way down. A shortcut back. And once we go in here, another scene with T-Tray back in Petana Janka. And for this vision, just go to his house. Show you where it is here, T-Tray's house, and there'll be a scene. I think it's the one on the right here. T-Tray's house. And of course his sister is dead. I was too late. Sis! Who did it? Who did this terrible thing? Of course, it was the Gajima that you released. The Gajima came back for revenge and killed her. It's your fault. It's because you helped Gajima that she's dead. Yeah, but... So, what did T-Tray do? Was it right or was it wrong? And because of what he did, his sister died, so, he's got these choices to make. Aren't you angry, right? Unforgivable, right? Now you understand my feelings, don't you? Eugene, he killed my father. So I cannot forgive, him or any Gajima. But other Gajima didn't do anything at all. But don't you have hatred for Gajima now? Why do you hate Gajima now? Well, that's because a Gajima killed me. You're not going to get revenge for me? Don't you hate Gajima? Yeah, but sis, but if the criminal was a human, then what should I do in that situation? Just hate that one, human. Because we're the correct people. It's like Gajima are the same as well. Why are these differences there? Everyone's different, or everyone's the same, sorry. So, Titre, take this light from my hand. Once you do it, in this world, all the Gajima will disappear, and it'll be a human-only world. Wouldn't that be great, with just humans? If another race disappears, there'll be no war, no fights, no racism. It'll be a peaceful world. So take this light from my hand. I don't need it. Because there's a difference, we have, fights and arguments. We're always going to have trouble in this world. We could have peace if we just got rid of one of them. That's not true. There are differences between humans and Gajima. But not just humans and Gajima differences. There's all kinds of living things that have differences between them. And everybody's got all these differences. Only if you destroy one race, you're not going to destroy the hatred. There'll always be fights and wars and problems. So just eliminating one race isn't going to do anything. The face, the looks, those aren't the things that are important. So what is it that's the same between all of us? Our feelings are the same. Our feelings? Happiness, sadness, suffering, love. All those things everybody has, and so we have that in comparison. It's like, so that's what I believe is the same among all of us. We're all the same. We all have the same feelings. Or we have, feelings, even though we look different. And he's back. And Titre is one of the toughest to pass that kind of a test. So this spirit is the opposite of Gergios. He wants to eliminate all Gajima instead of all humans. But of course, Titre is proving to him, the spirit's test that, it's not necessary to eliminate Gajaman. It won't actually do anything. Okay, sorry guys, I wanted to do this event here, this boss battle, but we're out of time. So in the next episode, we'll go ahead and check out this guardian spirit who's just up ahead of us. And we'll see if Titre can maybe get his abilities. So I want to thank you guys for watching this episode. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're enjoying this story. It gets more and more interesting as we go along. We'll see you in the next one.